That 3-year-old is 100% dependent upon you. And what did you do? You drove in a vehicle that was stolen with this Perales person. And then not only that, you all are doing drugs in the car. There's drugs in the car.
The judge doesn't ease into this case. She goes straight for what matters most, the child. And once you hear that opening, you realize this isn't just about drugs. It's about choices. Every word after this is shaped by one fact: a 3-year-old had no say in any of it.
2025 CR 010462, State versus Cami Lynn Lumpkins. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Gowley for the state.
James Tochi for Ms. Lumpkins, Judge.
And are you Miss Lumpkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Lumpkins, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lumpkins, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
No contest, Your Honor.
No. My question is, did you intend to give up those rights that I've just mentioned to you? Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to allow you to enter into a plea bargain agreement with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
What a lot of people miss here is that deferred adjudication isn't freedom. It's a warning shot. The court is basically saying, we're not convicting you yet, but one mistake and everything comes crashing down. And in cases involving children and drugs, that margin for error is razor thin.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just a couple things, obviously, that the court follow the agreement. I don't believe Ms. Lumpkins has any history prior to this. She does have a minor dependent, Judge. I know that there's a fine, and I should have mentioned this earlier. She's not employed. She does care for the 3-year-old dependent. You could perhaps help her with her fine. And she took a parenting class already while in custody. Just wanted to make you aware of that.
All right.
This is the classic defense move. She's a mother. She's trying. She took a parenting class. And honestly, in many courtrooms, that works. But you can feel it here. The judge isn't buying the story being told. She's about to look past the words and into the pattern.
So you have a 3-year-old dependent?
Yes, ma'am. But I signed over my temporary rights to my mother as well as my husband.
Okay. And I'm assuming Child Protective Services is involved?
They were involved, but they closed the case as soon as I signed over the rest to my mother.
All right. So I'm telling you all, what's the child's name?
Roman Lumpkins, RHOMEN LUMPKINS. And his middle name is Connor, CONNER.
So it's Roman Connor Lumpkins? All right. So it appears to the court that the only reason why Child Protective Services is not in her life is because she signed over rights to her mom.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do this thing where you signed over your rights to your mom and then you go back and say, let me take my child back. Oh, well, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen with conditions. So when's the last time you had employment?
The last time I had employment was about 6 months before I got incarcerated. I was donating plasma to help keeping my benefits and as well as giving my son clothes and shoes that he needs.
All right. What benefits?
EBT and Medicaid for him.
All right. So then you didn't have employment. What was your employment?
I let them know that I was just donating plasma and I would get $60 to $75.
Okay, technically that's not employment. So when's the last time
6 months before I got incarcerated.
doing
So
what?
I was working at Babes Old Fashions restaurant.
Okay. I always see that restaurant. I've never gone in and tried it because usually I'm passing by.
Kids eat free.
They
Oh, so you've been. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me bring out my pigtails. Going to school.
I only went to 10th grade.
All right. Why?
I was never really involved with school. I was always just running around being a little hoodlum. Instead of doing education, I was just running amok.
So what are your plans? Because you have a child.
My plan is to get a GED and show him that his mom can turn around her mistakes and better herself.
All right. So you're going to have to reside somewhere other than your mom's.
I don't have anywhere else.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not, at this point in time, I can't trust you with your child at this point in time. I mean, it's a no-go for the court.
This is where it stops being theoretical. The judge isn't attacking, she's investigating. Employment, education, CPS, housing, and suddenly the idea of, I'm doing this for my child, starts falling apart. Signing over rights doesn't equal stability. It equals distance.
This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine. That will be probated. Court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Ms. Abrams, the parenting classes at the jail is not going to count towards her parenting classes. Once parenting classes are completed, 50 hours will be deemed satisfied. The other 50 hours will be deemed satisfied if she obtains her GED. If for some reason you're unable to obtain your GED, then you're going to have to do those 50 hours. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be no residing in household with minors. There's to be no contact with Xiomara Perales. Of course, take into consideration 2025 PF 25148, 2025 AL 006849. The following will be done in custody. There should be a referral to felony drug court and a TAP evaluation. If not accepted in felony drug court, then follow TAP recommendations and field visits 1 time per month until further notice, or that can change if she's accepted in felony drug court because they will do their own field visits.
This is the gut punch. No contact with minors. No living with minors. That includes her own child. The defense asked for mercy based on motherhood, and the court responded by removing motherhood from the equation entirely. Not as punishment, but as protection.
That 3-year-old can't even fend for themselves. That 3-year-old is 100% dependent upon you. And what did you do? You drove in a vehicle that was stolen with this Perales person. And then not only that, you all are doing drugs in the car. There's drugs in the car. And let me just tell you, meth stinks to high heaven. We had a case in this courtroom where someone brought in meth, and it took us forever to get that sent out of the courtroom. And you driving around with a 3-year-old, impacting their brain cells with meth and marijuana in the car.
In my defense, she didn't let me know that the car was stolen.
Here's the thing, there's no defense. There's no defense to driving around in a vehicle. And let's say you didn't know it was stolen. You had meth in your bag. She's driving away with drugs. You can't tell me that you don't know the people you hang around with. How long had you known her?
On and off for 8 years.
All right, so you've known her for 8 years. So number one, you know what type of person she is. You've known her for 8 years. And if you were to tell me it was a complete stranger, then I would be asking you, why are you getting in a vehicle with a complete stranger when you have a 3-year-old? If you want to put your life at risk, then go for it. But you're putting that child's life at risk by doing that. And signing over your rights to your mom, I already know that's the easy way out. And what ends up happening, people are in CPS court, and you know what they do? They sign their rights over to a relative. CPS gets out of their life, and then guess what they do? They go back to that relative, and then they have that child again. Not in this court. Good luck to you.
When the judge talks about meth, she's not being dramatic. She's being factual. Drugs don't just affect the user, they poison the space around them. And the court's message is brutal but clear. You don't get unlimited chances when a child's brain and life are on the line. This wasn't anger. This was a line being drawn.